Okay, before I dive into this line by line breakdown, I want to share something with you because as I sat praying about this, the Most High did stir in my spirit that I had to go deeper, and He placed it on my heart to read the Hebrew directly before even touching the Masoretic text. And when I did that, boy, the scales began to fall from my eyes, folks. My eyes popped out, my jaw dropped. I could not believe it. So the crafty counsel has been so subtle, so deep, that many of us possibly didn't actually realize how much they've softened and reshaped the word. As I said earlier, the Most High warned us in Joel 2:28 that He would pour out His Spirit. And I believe that's what's happening right now. This is why people like myself are waking up to this truth and why we've been raised up for such a time like this. Esther 4:14. So today I'm showing you exactly how the enemy works line by line, because when you see it for yourself, you will then understand just how intentional this deception actually is. Now, in the last few episodes that I've done today, this wasn't planned to do today at all, but the Most High does what He has to do, and I have to be obedient and do what I have to do. And I walked through Psalms 83, 1-5, and I read it raw in the Hebrew, straight from the source. But now what I'm going to do is slow it right down, line by line. And the reason why I'm doing that is because you will then see what I've uncovered. You'll realise how deep the crafty counsel really goes. So here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to read each verse from the raw Hebrew, no commas, no full stops, no nothing. Then I'm going to give you the direct word for word Hebrew to English, no commas, no nothing. Then I'll show you the Masoretic KJV version, and then I'll show you how I personally discerned and read it from the raw Hebrew version. And then I'm going to break down how this changes everything. So I'm going to try and get this all in one podcast. So Psalms 83 verse 1. Hebrew to English. God not silence, for you not be still and not rest God. Masoretic text. Keep not thou silence, O God, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. My version of the direct Hebrew to English is God not silence, for you not be still and not rest God. Now, you can hear the sharpness in the raw Hebrew. The raw Hebrew feels like it's a legal demand, a decree. There's a sense of urgency and also authority in this. But when we move to the Masoretic version, they've turned that sharp declaration into a soft plea. Hold not thy peace and be not still, O God. Psalms 83 verse 2. Hebrew to English. For behold, your enemies make noise and your haters lift head. My understanding when I read this was, for behold, your enemies make noise and your haters lift head. Masoretic version. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. Now my breakdown of this is not poetry as they like to think and tell us that it's poetry. This is raw Hebrew, just sharp, direct words. Noise is raw. Lift head speaks to rebellion and arrogance. But notice what the Masoretic does. They've softened it with words like tumult and lifted up the head as if it's less serious. Psalms 83 verse 3. Hebrew to English. Against your people they plot secretly and consult against your hidden ones. My discerned version. Against your people they plot secretly and consult against your hidden ones. So all I've done basically is put the commas and full stops in. What have they said? The crafty counsel? They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. Now this is a big one, because look how they brought in crafty counsel. That suddenly shows up in the Masoretic version. But it's not even in the raw Hebrew version. So where did that come from? The Hebrew simply says plot secretly. No mention of crafty. This is a spiritual conspiracy. Legal language, not just clever scheming, folks. And this links to something huge. You see, when the Most High says in Obadiah 1:6, how are the hidden things of Esau searched out? It makes you wonder, how deep did the crafty counsel go? Psalms 83. I do realise this is very difficult, so you might have to listen to this a few times to really get the hang of this. I've spent a good few hours on this, folks. Direct Hebrew to English. They say, come and let us cut them off from nation, and not will be remembered name Israel. Masoretic text version. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Now, my discerned version is this. They say, come and let us cut them off from nation, and not will be remembered the name Israel. Let's go back to the Hebrew to English again. They say, come and let us cut them off from nation, and not will be remembered name Israel. What did I do? I added in the word thee. It's unbelievable, folks. Psalms 83 verse 5, Hebrew to English. Again, for they have consulted heart together against you, covenant they cut. My version, based on the Hebrew to English, that is, again, for they have consulted heart together against you to cut covenant. Masoretic KJV, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. My breakdown is this, and this is where it gets chilling. The Hebrew shows that this is not just about removing Israel from among the nations. It's actually about erasing the very name of Israel from history altogether. And when I say the name of Israel, I mean the 12 tribes of Israel. The 12 tribes of Israel, the ancient Hebrew black Israelites' descendants. The Most High is showing us that this plot has been running through the generations. We've seen it before, and we're seeing it again. The Hebrew is legal, sharp, clear, concise. The crafty counsel has changed the tone, softened the weight, and redirected how we perceive the Most High's word to be. But you see, we're peeling back the layers of this spiritual conspiracy, and that's why the Most High gave me the word by Umar, which means the word is in me, speak and proclaim it. And this burns in me like never before, folks, because I can see what they've done.